Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new podcast series entitled Heart to Heart with Dr. Lee Valentine. I am Lee Valentine, and I'll be your host. You're probably asking yourself why a 70-year-old, almost retired osteopathic family and emergency physician is starting a podcast. Well, I had to ask myself the same question. In order to explain it, I need to tell you a little about myself. I've been practicing medicine for 41 years, married to the same lady for 49 years, father to 3 super children, and they have amazing spouses. I have 5 precious grandchildren and 1 more on the way. In addition to that, some of my friends have referred to me in more of a joking way as a Renaissance man. It is true that I've been involved in a lot of different activities, and I've had my share of hobbies. But I'm not sure that would qualify me as a Renaissance man. It is also true that I love learning and doing new things, but probably the number one thing is helping people. As a young person, one of my favorite stories is the one about the starfish. One morning, an elderly gentleman was walking along a beach after a storm when he spotted a young girl walking toward him alone. Stopping occasionally and reaching down, picking up a starfish off the sandy beach and throwing it back into the ocean. Thousands of starfish had washed up on the beach during the storm. The sun was coming out and the tide was receding, stranding them on the beach to die. The man approached her and asked her what she was doing. She explained that she was trying to save the starfish that had washed onto the beach. The man laughed and said, "There are miles of beach and thousands of starfish. How are you going to make a difference?" The young girl reached down, picked up a starfish, and threw it back into the ocean. She turned, looked at the man, and said, "I made a difference for that one." Over the years, I've tried to make a small difference in the lives of people. From just being a trusted friend, giving inspiration and training to medical students in the science, art, and compassion of medicine, to trying to take care of my patients in a way that I would have wanted to be treated. That's why I wanted to start this podcast, to try to make a small difference. Folks, we live in a polarized, angry, and untrusting world. We are all so wrapped up in our devices. We get large amounts of information and data constantly, including misinformation, propaganda, and yes, outright lies. The extreme right and extreme left in this country are attempting to destroy the basic foundation this country was founded on. This podcast is not designed to bring those polarized opposites together. It is my belief that most of this country is left of center and right of center. That's the audience I'm looking for. The truth of the matter is this: we do not talk to each other anymore, and that's got to change. I hope this podcast will help start that process. Heart to Heart is about giving people an opportunity to listen and to learn from people who may differ from them. And, after talking and listening, to better understand them and to find out that we're probably not that much different after all. The conventional wisdom for a successful podcast is to choose a narrow, focused topic and stick with it. Well, I've never been known to always follow conventional wisdom. So starting out, Heart to Heart will have 4 categories or playlists of podcast themes that you can choose from. Under general topics, we will cover topics like religion, race, politics, culture, society, and so on. Under hometown flavor, there will be regional topics of interest to those living in the Meridian, Mississippi, Lauderdale County, Mississippi, and the East Mississippi and West Alabama area. But if you are from this area, it may be something you might want to keep up with. Under light and fun, there will be less serious and more lighthearted topics. And being a physician, the fourth category, Doctor Speak, will cover medical topics. That way you can choose the areas or the topics that interest you and avoid the ones that don't. In summary, it's a podcast about building a bridge between the abyss of misunderstanding, prejudice, mistrust, and fear surrounding polarizing issues by providing balanced views, honest investigation, and civil discussion. Basically, it's a sincere effort to promote understanding and tolerance in an intolerant world. Please join me on this adventure by watching and listening and providing ideas and feedback. The first episode's already out, and I've got several more coming soon. Be looking for them. This is Lee Valentine for Heart to Heart. Until next time, stay healthy and stay safe.